Morning, welcome back to See You in the AM. Good to be with you here. I'm excited because we have a 3-day stretch we're going to go on here talking about a concept that is critical to everything we've been talking about for the previous 45 episodes, starting when we began the 4 C's and it progressed all the way through all the traits, the qualities of closers. This is going to put a wrap on what I consider the fundamentals, the foundation of everything that I believe a closer needs to build, what they are upon. So without wasting too much more time, I just wanted to, get right into things. And again, before I just get into the topic that we're going to be speaking about today, quick plugs for the things that are going on. The contest, which I did a live video on yesterday, reminding people of, going over the rules of, so I'm not going to spend more time today doing so. We have that contest going on right now. Check our page for the information. Again, tomorrow, Thursday, we have our Closer Connection, which I invite everyone to participate in, have a fun time with. That's a live event. That's happening at 2:45 Eastern Time. So again, please join us and have some fun with that and come and learn. Of course, that's the purpose of it. Beyond that, we are going to be talking about a very tough subject for a lot of people because people tend to misinterpret what it really means. And it is a subject, though, that anyone that is successful in life encounters on a regular basis, but takes the positive away from versus the negative. So that's the topic of failure. And it's something that ties a nice bow in these next 3 days on everything we've been talking about. Because at the end of the day, all we've been doing is going over all these different traits, the qualities, the skills of closers. And we always talk about accountability, self-awareness. And that is something that is critical. So I always put out a post, accountability time, at the end of the day on the Creating Closers page on Facebook as well as on LinkedIn for a reason. Because if we're not accountable to what we're doing and all of these traits and all these qualities and all these skills, we're not constantly looking to grow, then growth is almost impossible. So what we're going to start with is something that's a concept that I learned from Brian Tracy, one of the people that I admire greatly. And he makes a statement that there's never been a person that is known, worldwide, popularity for their success that was not also the biggest failure in the exact same field. I mean, that's a massive statement to be making, and I spent a lot of time trying different cases and not coming up with anyone that bucks that trend. So he brings a couple of examples. So as he's doing this presentation that I heard many, many years ago for the first time, and he talks about Thomas Edison, one of the great classic examples, as the quote from Thomas Edison, he's failed over 10,000 times. For anyone that is not aware, which I believe everyone should be aware who Thomas Edison is, he is the person that is credited with inventing a filament that will burn for at least a few minutes for a light bulb, started the company General Electric. And again, it's said when he started the company General Electric, how did he start? He brought the 4 top inventors into Detroit to make what became General Electric. He's quoted as saying in his own autobiography that he wanted to quintuple his failures. Imagine the gravity of that statement. He wanted the quintuples. For most people, failure crushes you. He wanted to quintuple that, and they went through thousands upon thousands of attempts to figure out something that will burn for 5 minutes in order for him to come to that invention, which has, to be kind of corny, brought good things to life. There's other examples that he brings. He brings Abraham Lincoln, one of the most influential presidents. I'm not going to get into politics and say who is a better president than another, but clearly, hands down, one of the most influential people in the history of the world, and especially when it comes to America, the foundation of this country and what it's about. So Abraham Lincoln, if you're not familiar with, he failed countless times. He lost on city, he lost on county, he lost on state level elections tens of times before he ever won his first election. And imagine if he gave up. Where would the world be? We'd be in a very, very different place than we are currently. He brings other examples. Babe Ruth is a famous example. There's a lot of quotes from Babe Ruth about never giving up, never quitting. But one thing that most people don't recognize is he holds the records for the most strikeouts. He did. I mean, that was eventually set by someone else. And he also set a record for the most home runs. Most people know about the most home runs, and this is prior to Hank Aaron coming and breaking that, the records and, making himself the best home run hitter of all time. I'm here in Atlanta, so I got to pay homage to him. But Nonetheless, Babe Ruth was the first person to ever hit 60 home runs in a single season. And that was a huge feat before performance-enhancing drugs or anything else came into play. He was the first to do so. But he struck out more than anyone else. So again, every one of these people, and there's other examples of Michael Jordans, the Steve Jobs, I mean, the list goes on and on and on of successful people you know and I know and the world knows for their success that were also failures. So again, what separates them from people that did not achieve? And that is a simple concept, that they learn and they grow from their failures. Failures, to most people, are something that crushes you. It's a negative, as opposed to people that are successful. We look at things as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for advancement. So if we're not learning, we're not growing from our failures, then they are just that. They are failures. We'll wrap things up today, and we will get back to talking about the exact same topic tomorrow, as well as Friday, and really close out this week in a strong fashion. And this is a quote from Henry Ford, who is also well known for his successes. But he says, failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. And that ties directly to what we're saying here, is take your failures, learn from them. And how does that happen? Is through self-awareness, through understanding of what you can change and be better at. So have an awesome day. I will hate to say fail often, but the more you fail, the more opportunity you have to improve. So to a degree, yes, fail often, but succeed even more. Have an awesome day. Look forward to tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. And again, last plug for it, tomorrow, Thursday at 2:45, we will be doing the Closer Connection. So make sure that you come and you join us. That is on my personal page, not on the company page. So if you want to join live, come find us there. I got plenty of things up on the company page for you to figure out how to do so. Have an awesome, awesome day and a successful day. See you tomorrow in the AM.